Hello everyone, my name is Lucy. Welcome to my channel, Simple Sunday Afternoons. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I make my Puerto Rican Pionono. Let me show you some of the ingredients I will be using. Piononos are made of ripe yellow plantains, such as this one. The more black spots the yellow plantain has, the sweeter they are. Pionono is a very old traditional Puerto Rican recipe, which my generation learned to make from our ancestors. For this recipe, I'm using 1 yellow plantain for each portion. For the stuffing, I'm using half a pound of ground veal and about 1.5 pounds of ground beef. Also, I will be using cured ham to mix with the sofrito. I will be using about 1 beaten egg for each plantain I use. Coarse salt and freshly ground pepper to taste, 1 can of 8 ounces tomato sauce, or you can use tomato paste, about 1 tablespoon of Spanish sweet peppers, and I'm using about 1/3 cup of sofrito. You can use my recipe in a previous video, or you can use your own favorite sofrito recipe. I'm adding about 1 tablespoon of basil, I'm also adding about 1 tablespoon of cilantro. Also, although it's not necessary, I'm using 1 package of mozzarella shredded cheese. The original Piononos are made of rolling the plantains and stuffing it in the center, but I'm using small baking pans to simplify this process. But not to worry, it will have the same exceptional taste at the end. And although these are non-stick pans, I will spray them with non-stick butter cooking spray. To start preparing this recipe, first peel off the skin of the plantains. And because these are ripe plantains, it's fairly easy to peel off the skin. And I'm going to cut the plantain by making a diagonal cut of about 1/4 of an inch thick. I will place all of the plantains to fry in vegetable oil at medium heat and cover until they are golden brown and tender inside. For this amount of plantain, it will take about 20 minutes to complete. While the plantains are cooking, I will start preparing the stuffing by browning the ground meat. I'm using ground veal and ground beef, but you can use one or the other, or make a combination with ground beef and ground Italian sausage. I'm adding some salt and ground pepper, and I'm going to cover and let it cook until brown in medium heat. While the plantains and the ground beef are cooking, I'm going to be preparing the condiments for the sofrito. I'm adding about a tablespoon of olive oil. In the hot oil, I'm browning the cured ham. Once the ham is brown, I'm adding the onions to saute. When the onions are tender, I'm adding the sofrito. Followed by the 1 tablespoon of Spanish sweet pepper. If you have olives and like them, you can add them at this point. Once the sofrito are mixed all together, you can pour the tomato sauce. If you don't have tomato sauce, you can add tomato paste. I'm adding about a tablespoon of basil and a tablespoon of cilantro, and this is completely optional. Mix all of the ingredients together while it's cooking over medium heat. Once all of the ingredients of the sofrito are mixed together, I will be integrating them to the ground meat. Once the ground meat and the sofrito are well mixed together, the stuffing is ready, so I'm turning off the stove. When the plantains are golden brown and tender inside, I'm removing them from the oil and placing them over an absorbent paper towel. Now to form the piononos, first I pour about 1 tablespoon of the beaten egg in the bottom of the pan, followed by just a sprinkle of cheese. I'm going to form a layer with the plantains. The original piononos are always made with eggs as the bonding ingredient, not cheese. I'm using the cheese as an added optional ingredient, and you can make your own piononos without the cheese. After the first layer of plantain, I'm adding about 2 tablespoons of the ground meat mixture. Followed by a little bit of cheese and about a tablespoon of eggs. I am forming another layer of the plantains. Another tablespoon of eggs, followed by some more ground beef. More cheese, and the last layer of the plantains. The amount of layers will depend on how big or small is your baking pan. I'm going to finish with some more eggs and sprinkle with the cheese. I'm going to be placing the piononos in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes or until the cheese becomes golden brown. That's when I know the eggs are cooked. After 10 minutes, the piononos are ready to be taken out of the oven. Let them cool just a bit and remove them from the pan. I'm serving the piononos over white rice and topping with ham, cheddar cheese, and mushrooms gravy. You can find the recipe for this delicious gravy in a separate video. This is a delicious tasting recipe. You will be very proud presenting this dish to your family or friends. Sprinkle over some of your favorite cheese and garnish it with some parsley. Buen provecho! I hope you try this recipe soon. Don't forget to watch the video of the gravy also in this same channel. If you like this video, click like and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.